during the week, this is what I look like. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I look like. This is me coming straight from work. I ain't did nothing. Ain't got no makeup on, no weave, no nothing, no earrings or nothing. Because we can't have that at work. So I'm walking around, I'm looking like this. And as soon as the weekend come and I all of a sudden get to looking like this, then all of a sudden y'all be like, oh my God, no. Remember, you curved me Monday through Thursday. You was, ooh, what is that? Soon as I go get dressed and all of a sudden, here you go. What's up? No. I want you to keep that same energy. What you think? Grown folk don't work. Oh yeah, we work Monday through Thursday, Monday through Friday. We have real jobs and stuff out here. So we can't walk around with makeup and weave and stuff all day long. Matter of fact, it costs to do all of that. So we have to have an income. So no. You keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. That's what I want you to do. Keep that same energy. I'm that same one that you passed on Monday. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I understand. Yeah, now you want to talk about some what's up. Ain't nothing up. Ain't nothing up. People get on my
herself. Now that's not me saying that she's ugly, because I believe that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But anybody with two good eyes, or even one, can see that she looked like a completely different person in that picture versus her talking in the video. So much so that I had to look in the comment section just to verify that it was indeed the same woman. And not only did I find that to be true, but I also found a lot of women saying, ooh, girl, I feel that in my soul. You right. These dudes out here is trash. They don't know a real queen when they see one. And no, we don't. Same way y'all don't know a king just by looking at him. You're not supposed to know that. All you know when you look at somebody is whether or not you're attracted enough for you to holler at them or for them to holler at you. That's the first. Dude, don't take that first step. Y'all don't let them go no further. Like if a dude come up to you right now, and instead of smelling like Chanel Blue, Tom Ford, he smell like dirty ankles, belly buttons, and earring backs. Like, you're not going to be very receptive to him hollering at you, unless you're nasty and you just like that kind of shit. And he come up to you and he says, oh, wait. Are you about to pay for that tea with your own money? Did I see that right? You about to pay with your own money? I can't let you do that. I got to stop you right there and let you know that you're going to need more money to pay for my tea as well, because right now I hear some hard times. You know, I'm behind on my bills so much I got evicted, but I should be moving out of my mama house in the next 6 to 10 years. And my credit score is trash, like 200 or something. So all my cards shut down. So yeah, help a brother out. But with that said, my name is Charles, and I would love it if you would take us out sometime. Now, are you going to be very receptive to him trying to holler at you? Probably not. Doesn't mean you ain't no grown-ass woman and you don't understand that grown folks ain't always got money and sometimes it's cool to switch it up. None of that. It's because old Charles is trying to skip the first step. Now, after y'all clear 2 and 3, then he can have those ups and downs, good and bad days, financial hard times, etc. But in the beginning, the first impression must be established. And I say all that to say this. Attraction matters. We ain't gonna sit up in here and talk like it don't. So she can talk like everybody is bad because they don't give her the same energy. Well, guess what? Your energy look a whole lot different on the weekend. We ain't talking about no small little difference, a little tweak of the hair, a different outfit or something like that. We're talking a completely different life this woman looked like she's lived in the video versus that picture. So nah, dudes not gonna have the same energy. And that don't mean that they bad dudes.
You know what? Lord have mercy. Derrick shady. He's shady. Lord. Oh, Lord, what have I let you all get me into? Okay. So, a few of you sent this video to me, but by the time I got to Lacey Green, who suggested it, she was the only comment that I could find that told me to do a review on this video. And I don't know why y'all got me up in grown folk business commenting on this mess. You know what? But I thought long and hard about it, and I decided to come out and talk about it. Whew. And I'm a little afraid because I don't need no more drama and beef on my page. And another thing that has me a little afraid is because I went to this young lady's page, because I went to Derrick's page to get the videos, and then he has like a link to her page, and I went to her page, and she's like dead serious. Like, she is for real upset. Like, I thought she was doing like a comedic kind of skit kind of thing, but no, she is dead ass. She's for real upset. And I thought it was like a comedic kind of skit where she was like, oh, that people think I look different. I don't really forget you, but with energy. But no, this girl is like really upset. that people feel that she looks different with makeup on, and that she gets a different response from people than when she doesn't have the makeup on. And so Derrick touched on it a little bit with all of his shade. And I was like, okay. And then people want me to talk on it. So I'm a little apprehensive. So let's just start out with maybe perhaps like, let's say a demonstration. So here I am. Here I am. So here I am. This is the way I look on a Sunday morning, chilling at home. I got some stains on my shirt from food that have fallen on there in the morning. And so now, if you saw me outside and I was coming up and I was talking to you and I was like, and my breast is swinging, and I got on clothes that's not clean and pristine and stuff, there'd be a whole different vibe than if, oh Lord, I don't know how you guys got me into this mess, but I decided that I would do a demonstration. So here we go. So if you see a person, so like, okay, so Derrick touched on it a little bit, and like, you know, people ask me, oh, you know, what makes you a relationship expert, right? And so I study the relationship between different things, and I am a specialist in evolutionary biology. So when we start talking about evolutionary biology, when we start talking about the science of attraction and stuff, and when we talk about the tricks that makeup can play, so let's start with the science of attraction. Part of the reason, okay, you know what? Before we even do that, let's talk about Asia for a second, because some of you know that in Asia, people don't like folks with dark skin. If you're lighter complected, they like you a little bit more. And part of the reason for that is because when you work out in the sun, you get browner. So you have lower paying jobs, you're lower class or whatnot. But when you're inside the home and you're able to maintain the light complexion without being out in the sun, you're considered upper class or aristocratic. And these are things that just evolved over time. Okay, so now here, with a bra on, things look a little bit different, don't they? You know what? I don't know what I'm doing right now. But I look a little bit different, but still with the dirty shirt. So here. So, but still just a little bit more polished than without. So now here, one of my favorite dresses. So let's go this route, right? Let's do this. This is what we're going to do right now. All right. So here we go. Oh Lord, I can't believe you guys got me doing this right now. I can't believe you all got me doing this. All right. So here, oops. Goodness gracious me, oh my, got me ripping up my shirt. All right, so now with the dress on, okay, do I look different? Same person, same everything, but maybe just a little more clean and pristine. Speaking of which, you know, if I had a bunch of clothes and empty pizza boxes and stuff thrown down in the background back there, right? You people will be like, oh, the back of your house is dirty. Look at it. How many pictures have we seen with people whose carpets look a mess, right? How many have we seen where people's carpets just look a streaming mess and they got dirt and filth everywhere, right? And we're like, ugh. This is a ghetto chick. Her house look awful. It's dirty. Right? All right. So here we go. All right. What about now? I then moisturized myself. Still? Okay. All right. What if I added a little perlitos? How about that, right? My whole point, we were talking about in Asia, how lighter complected people were inside the home. Part of the reason that see, like when we, okay, this is what I was talking about, the science of attraction. Part of the reason we use skin, let's start with that. We use skin to tell us about a person's health, about a person's youth, about when Derrick said that the young lady looked like she had lived a completely different life. Yes, yes. Like when you see Cardi B do her videos without makeup, right? She got those dark circles under, or those bags, or the indentations under her eyes. It gives you an inside look as to how, let's say, how much sleep she's not getting, how she's working and all this other stuff, right? So it's like we can't sit here and we can't pretend. Let me zoom in a little. Okay, hold on, not that much. Okay, there we go. So we can't pretend as if these things don't matter. Like you see, okay, so here's one side, and there's the other side. Now, before I put it on, I looked fine, right? But when you see that side eliminates the dark circle or whatever it could be considered underneath my eye. When he says that she looks like she's been living a completely different life, on the right-hand side, you see some really deep indentated circles underneath her eye, showing any number of strenuous things going on in her life, lack of sleep, lack of water, any number of things, right? Skin lets us know whether or not a person has a disease, whether or not a person is living in a certain type of environment, whether or not a person... So when we start putting makeup on, right, before I put that up there, let me put on a little bit of thing to catch the shadow, the eyeshadow, right? Now, I'm going to say this to you all, right? And I don't want you to, I don't want you all to judge me, but I want you to really just hear me, right? Just hear me, right? Ladies, you know, we got to be thankful for the fact that we can use makeup to enhance our looks, right? One day, this is going to sound crazy, right? One day somebody had sent me Derrick Jaxn's video, and they were like, oh, they wanted me to like comment on this video, and I went to go do it, but I was looking crazy that day. And I was like, you know what? Derrick Jaxn is lucky. He could just turn on his camera. All he got to do is every 2 weeks or however long the boy get his little shape ups. He could just go get his little shape up his little head and shape up his little chin, and then come out there and then do his little videos. But me, you guys know I don't grow eyebrows. You know I don't grow eyebrows, so let's go and let's get some eyebrows up there. Boys and girls, let's get some eyebrows up there, right? Ladies, especially us black women, ladies, I want us to stop pretending. I don't know what I'm doing because I'm doing it through the phone instead of in the mirror. That don't look good. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Oh, Lord. So listen, ladies, we got to stop pretending as if makeup doesn't matter. Because if makeup didn't matter, we wouldn't put it on. Listen, I messed up my eye. Look what you all done did to me. You did this. You, Lacey Halo, I blame you. Okay. So now I got a little bit of eyebrows up there. You know what? But let's go a little further. You know what? I'm gonna go a little further. We can darken up these brows. Let's darken them up. Let's darken them. Okay. So here we go. Ladies, you know what? I want to be serious for a second. Okay, I want to be serious for a second. Listen, I'm doing this on the camera. Don't. Oh, look, I got a mirror right here. Okay. Ooh, that does not look good. But my point is, ladies, we have to stop pretending as if makeup doesn't change our looks. First of all, we can smooth out our skin. We can create eyebrows when we don't grow any. We can cover up dark circles to make it look like we're living the life of leisure, like we're well rested. We can smooth out our complexions, make it seem like we are younger and more fertile, because the more estrogen and the more youth you have flowing through you, the more buoyant your complexion, your skin is, right? I think I forgot to put some of this on top of the eye. over here. So we use makeup to create all types of tricks. And then, don't let me get on you black women, sisters. When it comes to wearing somebody else's hair, you know, this may hurt some of us when I say this, right? This may hurt some of us when I don't feel like putting on foundation today. I think I need a little bit more because you can still see some dark circle over there. So I'm going to add some lighter. Look, see, I've added some lighter one now. So this is lighter. And you know, and my skin is nice. But when the dark circles get covered up, it makes me look more leisurely. And then let's go and let's add some, you know, it's like we don't really realize that the reason that we're adding these things is to enhance our youth and beauty. Look, when we add some blush, when we add the blush, oh, you know what? I got a brush. Let me get my brush out and go do my blush. I feel like a fool because I look stupid. But I hope I'm making a point, right? All right, there we go. All right, and then let's make the eyes pop. You know what? I don't know why I'm doing this video, because I should take my black ass off this camera. Where is my thing? Here we go. All right. When it comes time to start putting another woman's hair on our head, right? One of the clues and cues that people look for in hair, so I'm going to tell you some of the things that people look for. This is a long video and I ain't saying nothing. Some of the things that people look for are the luster of your hair, the brightness, the shininess of your hair. That's if you're of a certain ethnicity. But unfortunately, since Caucasians are the standard of beauty, they look, oh, you know, look at that. Look, oh, look one side. Boom, that looked like Tonya TKO. This side, that looks just like a blogger. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Oh, look at that. I'm gonna hurt you. Look, I'm gonna hurt you. That's so sharp. Don't get cut. Slice. Okay, you know what? I gotta act like a normal person. I act like a normal person. Okay, I act like a normal person. Okay, some of the cues that we look for. The blush on the cheek. The perkiness of the bosom. Because when we're looking at a person according to their... When we look... Ooh, boys and girls, don't play with your girl. Don't play with me. You get hurt up in here. Yes. All right. We look for the perkiness of the bosom. The slenderness of the waist to hip ratio. Part of the reason that we look for the waist to hip ratio is to know when a woman is fertile. The more pronounced the waist to hip ratio, the more indicative it is that this woman is in childbearing ages. For some reason, Derrick was talking about a man looking at this woman, but when I went to her page, it says that she was a lesbian. So I'm like, oh, is his gaydar a little off, or did she ever say that she liked men? I don't know. I'm looking for I don't know. So you guys got to tell me about that one. Let me see. But yeah, so I will say this, right? I will say this. Women have a much more sophisticated, dating radar than men do, or attraction radar. Like a woman can smell your DNA. She can tell whether or not you all are a good genetic match. Like a woman can use her olfactory senses. I got kind of crazy. A woman can use her olfactory senses to tell whether or not you all are a good match genetically. This is why women, why we, like our favorite boyfriends, why we love to get their sweatshirts and just smell up their sweatshirts, because we're really inhaling so much more. I wonder if you all got the point of my video. So I've done and finished my makeup now, and so I'd ask you all, okay. Now, from the beginning of the video where I was like, ho, 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 with the swinging low, sweet chariots, right? And now, oh, speaking of which, okay, let's go a step further. Let's go a step further. So if you want to talk about hair, let's go a step further and let's take it a step further now. Let's take it a step further. I can't find my wig cap. I had one, but It has run away from me. We're gonna just do it this way then. All right. All right. Because I remember when I went into Republican country and I went in disguise, right? And so I put on my wig. I didn't have on this number, but now I look like an R&B singer. Doot, 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 doot. But what about if, let's say we had on some of these, right? Let's say we had on some of these, right? And I was like, what if what if my posture was like this? And I was like, how do I look now? If I was like, well, you know, I don't know. Okay. Oh, look at your girl. Okay. And so, you know what? I don't even know if I was talking and saying what it is that I needed to say in this video. I really don't want to offend anyone, but ladies, you know what? This is the thing. How about like this? How about if this was the hair? All right. How about this? If I was like, okay, so here we go today. If I turn, let me do it on the side. All right. So if I was like, okay, so here we go. I really should have put on foundation, but I really didn't feel like it. You just use your imagination. All right. What if I said that I had these and I was like, all right, here we go. Lord of mercy. So then, listen, when it comes to dating, you know, I think far too many of us, we don't step into the dating world real, you know? It's like this young, oh, I love this hair. I love this hair because it's so curly and bouncy and I love it. So it needs it needs to be calmed some. But we step out into the dating world wearing costumes and then we wonder why people don't know and why people don't really know who it is that we are without our costumes on. And so we can't pretend as if the costumes don't matter. Because if they didn't matter, we wouldn't put them on. I think that deep down inside of all of us, my curls are stuck on my pearls. My curls are stuck on my pearls. I think inside of all of us, I think that there's a part of us that knows that without our makeup, we don't look the same. And I think that there's a part of us inside that feels like we're not as pretty, we're not as desirable, we're not as all these other things. And I think that for this young lady, I think there's something that's going on inside of her that makes her feel that people think that she's prettier or better or whatever the case may be when she has on the mask of makeup that she's wearing another person's hair. It's like if you really want to go into the dating world and be like, okay, well, this is me. Like, okay, so like the clothes are one thing. Yeah, you know, like when I went to hypnotherapy school, one of the things that they made us do is they made us dress up in business suits going to school. And, you know, I'm not really a business suit type of person. You know, they would make us wear dresses, business. We would just have to dress in business clothing, right? I'm not really I'm a really casual type of person. But one thing that I noticed is that people did treat me differently when I had on professional clothing. And I had one professor, very sharp, debonair man, right? And one day I saw him in like a t-shirt and jeans and the magic was like gone. You know, we represent ourselves with the ways that we choose to show up out there. We represent ourselves and who it is that we are. What type of person wears glasses like this typically? You know, what type of person does that? Let me get my light on. Oh, too bright. All right. But what type of person wears glasses like these? Or wears glasses like these all throughout the day. When we meet people, we're making assessments about what type of mate they would be. And makeup is an enhancer that allows us to fake the cues of youth and fertility. Because at the end of the day, you know, there are different things, and that's why Derrick mentioned money and smell in his, even inadvertently, even if he's not, you know, an evolutionary biologist, right, or evolutionary psychologist, right, or if he doesn't prescribe to evolutionary psychology. He knows that deep down, you know, women are attracted to men who give off the cues and clues of being able to be a provider, protector. And men are attracted to women who give off the cues and clues of being able to be fertile, of being able to, depending on where it is that they are in the life and what it is that they want. Some men at a certain stage in their life, they want easy sex. Other men at a certain stage in their life, they're looking for a wife and mother of their children. So they start looking for different things. How does this person navigate? How does this person move? When men, you know, we talk about the different types of men that have come into my life. I don't feel like having on this dress anymore, but I don't want to take it off because I don't have anything else. You know what? I know what I can do. Here we go. Because I'm just not in a black dress and pearls kind of mood. You know what I'm saying? Oops. I'm just not in that kind of mood. Right? Here we go. Okay. I feel better. So it's like, you know, and even with me wanting to change out of those clothes, because it's not really indicative of how it is that I'm feeling at the moment. But here we go. All right. Wonderful. Okay. All right. This was a long video to get to one major point. And that is, in the dating process, ladies, why not be as natural as possible? You know, who it is that we are. And I was talking about the movements that we have. Who it is that we are comes across in our style. When I wear hot pink clothing and 6-inch heels, that's exuding a part of who it is that I am. When you walk through the world in the way that you walk through the world, I went natural when I was 17 years old. When I was in college, I used to get the press, right? I used to get my hair pressed, and I realized that men would treat me differently when my hair was straight. You know, so many men talk about how they want you to be so natural and all this other stuff. But then when you are natural, you don't pull the same number of men, because deep down, you know, they're like these hidden desires that we have. And for men choose their partners also according to what they feel other men would like. So their partner is an accessory to them, you know, like something that you have on your arm, you know, about the whole arm candy thing, right? This video has gone on far longer than I expected it to, but I hope that out of all that I've impressed upon you, I hope that we can get to a point where we can start showing the real us. When we go out there, take the mask off. Become like, attraction is one thing. Attraction will get you in the door. But, and you know what? I'm gonna say this, and it's a little risky for me to say this, right? So now when you see the girl with all of her makeup on and everything, and then you hear her talking the way that she talks, and then you can imagine that voice coming out of that persona. And I mean, how many of us have seen a person, and then once they start talking or emoting or see the way that they walk, how many of us have met somebody online and then we see the way that they walk and we're like, ugh, I could never. So it's like all of the different things about us as people, the way that we express our clothing is the outward part that we use to show people who it is that we are. And so choose your clothing. Listen, it is a costume. All of this is a costume. And you can actually, like, you guys won't see, even with my wigs, you won't see me wearing straight hair, like straight. You won't see me wearing the long 18, 24-inch weaves. You won't see me doing that. unless I'm going out there on a specific type of hunt, going towards or